All Access Star Tribe members. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm so grateful with you. And it's so good to have you riding the tides with me in a community where we can really find our footing and our grounding, being in our bodies, being with our breath, and also open up to the cosmos and trust the changes that are coming through, especially in this now moment. So the astrology right now is grand. If there was an epic week of astrology, or it's really more like an epic, it has been a couple of epic months of astrology, but right now, between the eclipses, we are in a very potent energy portal. Let's call it that. It's a potent energy portal. Before I get into it, I just want to say if you haven't yet registered by PayPaling or Venmoing for the month of December, go ahead and do that as soon as you can so that I can get you on the list. I usually close the list the first or the second of the month. But just let me know if you need more time or anything like that. And you will be joining me for December. December has a lot going on astrologically. So we are going to need each other. We're going to need a space to plug into and ground into and find some inspiration in each other as we move forward. Okay, so here we go. I want to open this screen for you and I want to share with you what what the astrological chart for the solar eclipse that is coming on Saturday, on what it's going to look like. So you don't have to know astrology. Don't worry if this is a little bit confusing. I'm going to open it just really for me because it's almost as though if you were here and this is your birth chart, I could open this birth chart and say, okay, here, this is what's going on. I think it'll be helpful. Now, this chart does not have houses that are labeled, and that's okay. I will be kind of explaining as we go. All right, now this light blue here is the sign of Sagittarius. Gosh, I hope you can hear me right now. There's like a big truck outside. Let me put that on just in case. I'm gonna open again. Thanks for your patience. Okay, so this light blue, that arrow is the sign of Sagittarius. Now, we have been in Sagittarius season for about like 10 days or so. So we're pretty early in Sagittarius season. And anytime you have a new moon, that moon is going to be in the sign that the sun is in. So if it's a Capricorn season, and it's a new moon, the moon will be Capricorn. If it's a Scorpio season, it's a new moon, the moon will be Scorpio. That is because the sun and the moon come together in the sky and they create what's called a conjunction. So they are at 12 degrees. You don't really have to worry about the degree, but they're together in the sky creating a conjunction. This Saturday is going to be an eclipse. If you have been hanging out with me for some time, hearing about what the eclipses bring faded changes. For many, many people, the time of an eclipse, the 2 weeks that last between the full lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse, is a time of awareness. It's a time of awakening. There might not be big shifts happening externally in your life, but under the surface, internally, you are coming into greater awareness. And it might not be what you specifically are going through. You might not be getting hit the way that other people around you are getting hit by this eclipse, but you'll be able to witness it, if not in yourself, in someone around you, most likely someone close to you. And what it is anything that is no longer true to you, or this, collectively, it's we have undergone a massive shift, a massive transformation specifically in the last 2 years. And the eclipse portal from that full moon that we had 2 weeks ago to the new moon solar eclipse, that's this period of time where whatever is no longer true, whatever is no longer on our path, it is being asked to be cleared out. And it's a time where we're being called to be more courageous than we've ever been before. Because through taking courageous action and through allowing the shifts and the changes in direction that are wanting to come through you intuitively, you will be entering a completely new phase in your life. And that is exactly what eclipses do. They clear out the last phase that we've been through and they open up the opportunity to step into a new phase. And we have to be very courageous as we walk towards that. Now, as you can see, this eclipse, solar eclipse, is happening in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is, of all the zodiac signs, it's the free spirited one. All the fire signs are pretty free spirited and want freedom. And there's other signs that are about freedom. But if there was one sign that I would use to show this is the sign that wants to be free. It's truth seeking. It's needing independence. It's looking to grow. It wants to transform. It wants to evolve. It's a student of life. It is philosophical. It is taking everything that it's learned and it's applying all of those lessons that it's learned in its life into its own growth process. So the sign of Sagittarius is in a continuous growth process. It changes a lot. Let's say she changes a lot. She's looking for freedom. She's looking for expansion. She wants to travel. She wants to experience the world and she wants to be happy. She has to be happy. And when she's not happy, she gets very, very grumpy. This is Sagittarius. If she doesn't feel free, she feels grumpy. There's like a chip on her shoulder. So collectively, that energy is coming upon us and asking us, where do where does she need to change her life in order to feel more aligned with her evolution and her growth and her transformation? Because if there's anything during this eclipse portal that she awakens to that holds her back from her growth, she's going to know it and she's going to be called to make changes. Solar eclipses, new moons, are like a regular new moon on steroids times a kajibabilin, billion, willion. So, so the things that you're being called to start, to begin, and to let go of. It's a time of closure and a new beginning at the same time. It's a very powerful moment for all of us in this time. So if there is something that you know you need to start, like eating more holistically or more organically, or stopping a certain habit that is not serving you, like biting your nails or staying up late or drinking more water or moving or whatever it might be for you, changing careers, changing the way you view your finances, changing relationship. It's a big moment of change, internal and external, for ourselves or for the people around us. So it's a good week to have lots and lots of compassion. Also, trust the awareness that is coming through to you. All right, so that is what's happening in Sagittarius for this eclipse. Now, the next thing that is happening is that Capricorn here, we've got Capricorn in the purple, okay? And this is Venus. Venus is what we love, it's what we value. And we've got Venus coming into Capricorn. So that is going to create some tension between the Sag solar eclipse and the Venus in Capricorn. Now, Capricorn is about being grounded, it's about being stable, it's about taking responsibility, it's about taking action on what you need to take action on in order to be a responsible adult. It's about building your future, so much energy about the future. So this could be a time where you are, reevaluating. I don't even know where my, oh, so you're reevaluating your values. And there's a little red line here, which is a little bit of a challenging energy. So right now, this week, and um, for a while, we'll be in this for a little bit, you're reevaluating what your values are. You're reevaluating your relationships, you're reevaluating what you love, you're reevaluating what you need, how you care for yourself, how you show yourself that you're lovable and worthy and free. So we've got Venus in Capricorn, the future, building, taking responsibility for your actions. We got the sun and the moon in Sagittarius. I I want freedom. I want to feel that I can express myself. I want to learn and I want to grow. So reevaluate your values and your current relationships, work, family, friends, love, whatever they are. There's a reevaluation process happening, making sure that you really truly want it in your heart of hearts. Because Sagittarius is also truth seeking, majorly truth seeking. And then we also have, not shown on this because it's an asteroid, Chiron in Aries. Chiron in Aries for 5 years is going to ask us to be independent and stand up for ourselves and just make sure that we're not leaning on anybody else for what we need to develop in ourselves. I'm not talking about community. I'm not talking about having a coach or a support system. I'm talking about leaning on any sort of power that is outside of yourself. So, this is really a big transformative time where we are leaning into ourselves, getting more independent, reevaluating what we really desire and what we love. And then the next piece of it is that we have got the Sag and Gemini nodes of the moon, which are the fate points in the sky. Once we have this eclipse happening, it's already happening. We are moving towards, see, it's going, okay, so here's the north node. It's kind of confusing, but it goes backwards. So this is Gemini, and now the north node is moving into Taurus. So then we have our node of fate, this fated point that we're all here to learn, going into Taurus, which is about your values. It's like Capricorn. What do you value? Do you value yourself? Are you living the life that is in alignment with what you value? Do you need to reevaluate what you value? Has something that you used to value changed? And it's totally okay if it has. There's been a lot of changing of values over the past couple years, 2 years with Uranus, which is the planet of change, coming into the values. So there's a lot of change happening. This is a week where we want to be open to it, be open to the awareness that you have of what your body is telling you. Stay nice and grounded and try not to make any huge, crazy moves. The freedom that's being called upon you through Sagittarius may have you do things without thinking. Sag sometimes doesn't think; they just do it. They're like, I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna go. And slowing down in that process and making sure that things are truly being cleared out in a way that is healthy is really good for this Sagittarius energy that is coming through. Okay, so take a breath. take a breath. I'm going to do the tarot piece a little bit different today. I'm just going to let spirit speak through me. I'm just going to pull and we'll see what happens. I'll do card by card. I'm not going to put them on the table until after I pull them. And I'll show you what I mean right now. So basically, I want to call in for us, for this all access tribe, and also for the collective. What do we need to know this week in order to be fully aligned with ourselves? Okay, so first card is the Tower. Oh my gosh. And this Tower, how did I pull it? I mean, I pulled it reversed, but it could really go either way. So what we need to know is that the things that are crumbling are not originally strong enough to withstand the test of time, and that's okay. So there's a little bit of sadness, of course, around when things are not working out. Most likely, if they were not built on a foundation of pure love, whatever this thing is that has to crumble, if it wasn't built on a foundation of pure love, then it's naturally going to not be able to withstand the test of time. Now, the Tower reverse can also be rebuilding, and reevaluating. When you turn the Tower card upside down in this deck, it actually changes its shape. So this is the original upright, that it's top heavy. Okay, it's not built on a foundation of strength and solidity. When you turn it upside down, it's bottom heavy. There is a foundation of strength and it looks like pyramids. So you get to determine the outcome. You have free will, right? So if there's something that needs to be strengthened and your heart says, this is what I want to strengthen, I want to create a better foundation for this thing, then go do that. If something is falling away and you know in your heart that it does not have a strong foundation, allow it to fall away. This is like the teachings of Rebecca Campbell, right? Sister Rise. She teaches so much about the surrender process, and trusting what falls away, because we're spirit guided. We are spirit. We are channels of the divine energy, and spirit doesn't fail. Spirit is always lifted up. Spirit is always given what it needs for the next leg of its journey. Spirit is always going to rise. That's literally what it does. So if we're in the vibration of love and trust, then we can allow what isn't love and trust to fall away, because it is not part of the flow of what spirit is. Okay, the Star reversed. So part of this story is about coming home to yourself, or coming home to ourselves collectively, where there's something in us that we have not yet stood in. There's a part of us that is compartmentalized, or it's not fully embodied. It's within us, but it needs more attention and it needs more trust. It needs more of our focus and more of our own unconditional love. So that could just be trusting yourself. It could be something different, like loving yourself, or allowing yourself to be seen, or allowing yourself to take up space, or allowing yourself to truly shine. But there's something, not but, and there's something, some part of you that needs more attention, and it needs more trust, and it needs more energy. What you give your energy to will expand, and this part of you wants to expand. Now, coming in reverse is a disconnect to this part of you. So we want to do the efforting around embodying this part. So what actions need to be taken in order to step into this part of yourself, to bring your all the parts of yourself back together, but particularly this one around trusting yourself, loving yourself, and being seen, allowing yourself to go through a healing process that may need to happen right now in order to come into wholeness. So if you're feeling vulnerable around that piece, that's totally healthy and well. Okay, Three of Coins is an indication that everything is coming together in divine timing, that you don't have to worry about how to do it. All you have to do is take the first step and bring in more trust that things are coming together. There's a circle in four parts, and you can't see it because these are very old, but there's two hands over here, and he's bringing things together. So it's also bringing our awareness to the fact that even though there's an independence in being fully embodied, that you have to be in a place where you trust yourself, where you can stand on your own 2 feet, where you can make the actions and the choices that are right for you. um, but know that you're also being supported by what you can't see, by angels, by spirits, by your subconscious beyond time, your past lives, your future lives, the whole timeline of this soul that you're driving your meat suit around in. Um, and also people in the material world who are here to help. So if you need help, reach out. Go allow the support to come to you because it's literally waiting there for you. And then Eight of Wands. This is the best reading ever. Eight of Wands is taking a journey to the unknown. It's going into the change that's being called, going into the transformation that's being called of you, and knowing that you're being guided in the right direction. Look at how beautiful the light is going to this faraway place that we can't see. We don't know what the outcome is going to be, but eights are growth numbers. They're also abundance numbers. And wands have to do with our passion. So we're being led and guided towards what we are passionate about and what lights us up. And this Sagittarius season and Sagittarius solar eclipse is all bringing us towards what lights you up, what makes you feel excited, what makes you feel alive. How do you crave growth? How do you crave expansion? And what do you have to learn in order to go to that next place in your journey? And you don't have to know what the end is going to be like. In fact, we can't know what the end is going to be like. That's not part of eclipse season. Eclipse season is much more about, just put your body on the boat and start to row and head towards the direction of the light, head towards the sun, and you will get where you need to go. You will heal in the way that you are needing healing in this time, and characters are going to come out of nowhere to support you on your journey. So I'm going to close it there. Thank you so much for watching this whole thing. I love you and I appreciate you. If you haven't yet signed up for December, go ahead and sign up for December so I can get you on the list. The solar eclipse is going to be on Saturday. So I haven't yet figured out what the best move is for the workshops that we do. If you have any desire, go ahead and email me. Let me know if you can do a Saturday workshop, like at 10 a.m. to noon. So I'm still figuring that out right now since the eclipse is not usually on the weekend. And then I will be sending you out the December calendar of events on December 2nd, which I believe is a Thursday. It might be Friday. No, it's Thursday. And that's it. So, love you so much. I'm sending you all the love as we all up level and do a glow up and we rise up together, and you are a rock star. So, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Mwah.